3, 2, 1. Boosh. Oh my God, that's cold.
Yep. Hello.
Welcome back to You Betcha Radio Podcast, the coldest podcast in all the Midwest. I am Miles, the You Betcha guy, here with T-shirt guy Ryan.
Hello. My headphones are
Headphones are going in and out. You gotta keep going, Jared.
absolutely
Keep
muffled.
going.
Right now.
Keep going. Right there.
Oh,
Stop.
we're back.
Okay.
Don't move.
Technical difficulties to start off, but we're back and handled it wonderfully. Good job, Jared.
Thank you. Thank you.
So guys, we're back. We're chilling. Tyler.
We're chilling.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Inside joke.
Welcome back to You Betcha Radio Podcast, coldest podcast in all the Midwest, presented by Ice Mountain, baby.
Ice Mountain.
The Ice Mountain. Tyler,
Miles.
good to see you. Didn't know if you're going to show up today after our Patreon episode.
Thought you might have had a sore throat today.
No, I
had
would've
the day off for a couple of times.
I would have fixed that. I know
Okay.
exactly the
Hey.
cure.
All I got to say, for those listening, if you didn't listen to the Patreon episode or you're not a patron, Tyler got a little heated in the last episode.
Pretty sure I told you guys I hate you.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You did.
And
You
I
did.
don't think that warranted that response.
No,
I
and
don't
we never
think.
reciprocated it either. We never said we hate you.
We were
It doesn't.
nice,
Hate isn't
We were-
exclusive.
level-headed.
It's a sore subject.
Yeah. Yeah. That was good, Jared.
Nice, Jared. But so go to patreon.com/youbetchradio if you want to hear Tyler get mad again like he did on the
It wasn't as bad
grilling
as the
episode.
grilling.
He's at like a 5, not a 10.
Yeah.
He was at like a 7 at one
Yeah,
point.
that's
He
true.
got
Yeah,
pretty
it
mad.
was a 7.
He never gets fully mad until Jared chimes in too, and then it gets.
I'm used to it from you guys. He's just like the feather that pushes you over.
Yeah.
The feather.
But we're not gonna fight on this episode. This is
Fight free.
love. That's what this podcast is all about. Love.
Mhm.
Tyler, tell us about
And
love.
I love you.
You have to
Movie's
tell
not-
us that you love us.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I can't. You told me not to lie.
Hey, this is
anymore.
about love. I never said not lie.
I love you guys.
Oh,
That was
God.
actually kind of genuine.
What a creep.
There he is.
Fell into his
We're
trap.
back.
Yeah, fucking bait and switch.
Hey, tell you what though, that right there, listening to
What's
Tyler,
love?
No, listening to Tyler tell us that he loves us was painful.
Mm-hmm.
That was painful, very.
Which leads us into our first thing we're going to talk about today. And what is it? It's just
Things that are painful.
things that are painful, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple in mind. Okay. One of them, I'm gonna save the physical one for a little bit, and I'm gonna go more of a emotional spirit hurt. And it's when you're running late for something. This is very painful. You're running late for something, as I usually am,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like on the last road to get to where you need to be, and you're just hitting green lights on this road. Boom, boom. You don't even have a thought in the world about putting your foot on the brake because you're just cruising. Right as you go through, it turns yellow behind you. You're just crushing it. You get to the last one before you then got to turn, and that bad boy turns red.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
And it's like actually a tweener, but then you decide I could get T-boned if I go through this
Yeah.
yellow light.
Deep.
And so then you got to slam on the brakes. Sometimes you end up going further past the line because you're coming in hot.
Maybe you got to back
And
up.
then you just have to sit there for like 45 to a minute and just think about how late you actually
And
are.
you're
Because when you're cruising, you mentally you're like, oh, I'm at least doing something about being late.
Right.
But if you're just sitting there and watching cars go by in front of you and you just have to keep looking at the time that you're late, all you're thinking about how is you're disappointing the person you're going to see.
I always run through every scenario in my head of like, what
I thought you were gonna say
dickhead,
every red light.
yeah, what dickhead that was driving slow in front of me caused me to hit this red light.
Yes.
I'm just running through. Oh, that person should have turned left before me earlier, and then I could have got to this light when it was green. And I just take out all my frustrations on the people I'll never see again.
Yeah. Or I go the opposite and go, well, actually, if I would have slowed down,
Yeah.
I might get there even a little faster because I would have timed all those other lights right. But then it would have been green by the time I came to this one, and then I would have blown by me as I was starting from zero.
The slow plane.
Yeah.
Do you ever like when you have to question yourself whether you're gonna go through the yellow or not? Do you ever peek to the left and peek to the right to see if there's any cars
Oh, yeah.
lined up going in the opposite direction? If I do that every single time, and if there's no cars, I am 1000% going through that red. It's like yellow, red. I'm through the intersection.
Yeah. You ever watch that stupid Rhode
So
Island?
dangerous.
There's like
Well, peek. It's like no one's coming, so I'm
yeah,
good.
uncontrolled stop. is
And
what
there's
yeah.
a delay, right? It's like a 2-3 second delay
Have you guys tell
for
me
guys
this,
like me.
Have you guys ever been like on the road?
Yeah.
1 a.m.
Okay, yep.
on the road, 1 a.m. Like for whatever, maybe you just caught a late flick. Maybe you're coming home from the movie and no one on the road, and it's a timed one. It's not a censored one. And have you just ever been sitting at the red light for like 30 seconds, looking left, looking right, looking forward, looking in the rear view, and just fucking went?
Oh,
Like 1 a.m., like no
dude.
cars around. You're just like,
Yeah.
what's this for? This is a traffic light and there's no traffic.
See, I'm
This
always
doesn't apply to me.
Yeah, or you could just hang a quick right legally and then just whip a Yui
And then go
back
right
straight
again.
and then
Right.
go left.
Yeah.
Or then go
Dude,
right.
Yeah, right. Yui, right.
Yeah.
Go.
Because that's legal.
Mhm.
If there's no U-turn sign, completely legal.
I'm more likely to do that because I'm super paranoid that I don't even know if they exist here where we live, but that light is the one with the camera.
Yep.
And I'm going to get pegged and I'm going to get a ticket later.
Yep. I think about that every once in a while.
I don't think, are those even a thing here?
No, I've never gotten pegged with a ticket, but I have been sent one in the mail.
Yep.
A lot more enjoyable experience being just sent one in the mail versus the former.
I almost got away with it.
This feels like when Charles Barkley talks about getting banged down low and Shaq can't keep it together on TV.
I didn't pick up on it right away,
I
and then I saw
know,
him
I
laugh,
know.
and I knew right away what was going
That's
on.
why I just tried to keep
Grazed
talking.
over
Yep.
it. Yeah.
Hey, talk about things that are painful. Getting
Yeah.
banged.
I wouldn't know.
Yep.
I apologize for that. Ryan, what does pH mean?
God damn it. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to
Why
think
do you
of something
need a pH bull crap water?
No, if you had a D at the end, that's something different. That is something.
That
But
is something
pH
different.
pH doesn't get
But you know
anywhere.
what you don't need a PhD for?
pH.
To know that all the pH stuff is kind of bullcrap. And that's why we drink Ice Mountain here at You Betcha.
Yep.
Because it is just straight up out of the aquifers that formed thousands of years ago from a cataclysmic event that happened
In Michigan.
in Michigan.
Yep.
It's just straight out of the ground. What do they say? It was like
Natural spring
it's like
water.
never seen the like
Never seen a factory. The factory
never
is nature.
seen a factory. That just blew my mind.
Mhm.
Ice Mountain, baby. Straight from the ground, right into your esophagus.
Well, water was getting too big for its britches, trying all this fancy shit.
Electrolytes and pH and alkaline whiny.
Tell you what,
Just give me some water from the ground.
I'm not getting any Charlie horses drinking that Ice Mountain.
No, God, no. And I haven't had a Charlie horse since 2001, 2012. And I've been drinking Ice Mountain. So
That is true.
I mean, this sponsorship is a dream come true for Jared's sleep schedule.
Oh yeah.
Not another Charlie horse in sight.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the coolest part is that not only is it 100% natural spring water, it happened because of the cataclysmic event that happened
Which is massive.
thousands of years ago,
And
but
the
not as
Ubers.
far back as you think.
So
Where the glacial ice cap rapidly melted, raising the water level on the entire world up by like 400 feet in a very short amount of time. And that's how we get these beautiful natural springs.
So what you're saying is you're not just drinking water, you're drinking history.
You're drinking.
Wow. Profound.
Wow.
And your thirst is history too when you drink.
Yeah.
it.
Hey.
it's
RIP to
gone.
my thirst.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a cataclysmic event on my thirst just now.
It rapidly dissipated with one sip of Ice Mountain.
Yeah. My happiness grew 400 feet in a matter of a short amount of time. That's what Ice Mountain's all about, and that's why we drink it. We drink the Bush Mountains every single night.
Mhm.
Well, not every. You get the point.
Every
Drink the Bush Mountains at night. You wake up in the morning with a Charlie horse, and you rehydrate with an Ice Mountain, baby. That's what it's all about.
God.
Absolutely launch a cataclysmic event on your thirst. Drink Ice Mountain.
Love. It's all
Well,
about
you were
love.
saying?
I'm paranoid that I'm going to get a ticket
Oh yeah.
because of the cameras.
That's
but,
why you got to do the look around before you go.
but like, do we even have those camera things here?
I don't
We
think
don't
so.
know.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Not in Fargo, no.
No, would they they have to have them in like Minneapolis and stuff though,
I
right?
don't know. I think it depends on the state and the legislature.
Go on.
I think I'm at like it all depends on your local, like when you're going through Cedar Falls or whatever, they actually have speed
Yeah.
traps.
Yep.
Mm.
Iowa to Nebraska or wherever. Iowa to South Dakota.
There's like a shitty Judge Judy knockoff with like a Rhode Island. He's
Yep.
judge where
Seen it.
he does basically just traffic violations and they record it. But he says they give people a 0.8 second grace period. So that's always in my head when I'm trying to get through this yellow light. I know it's a completely different state, but like I got 0.8 seconds after this
Yeah, I
thing
feel
turns
like
red.
to get caught by one of those cameras, you got to be like pretty late.
Yeah. Like it has to be red before you're even like within a car's length of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when you're running late and you hit a red light and have to sit there for like a full minute, that minute feels like a half hour. That is painful.
And there's nothing you can do either.
No.
You're sitting there soaking in your sorrows that you're late already.
Do you ever do like okay, if I do take a right here, is there an
Yeah.
alternate route that'll get me there faster
Yep.
and save the extra 30 seconds? There's also a technique to like being late in the sense of like, oh, hey, I just left my house. I'm in the car. I'm on this street, whatever, and giving updates, even though you haven't gotten to that point yet. It makes them feel like you are progressing to them as well.
You used to do that to me. Now you just like, yeah, I just got out of bed. I'm going to shower. I'll be over there in like an hour.
Yeah. But if I actually liked you, I would do all the other
okay.
things.
Oh boy.
I think the
he
opposite. I
loves
think you like me so much now that you're not afraid to, you don't have to lie to me anymore.
I'll take a lie detector test on that. Yeah.
He does love you.
You, Tyler? I know he's obsessed
Yep.
with me.
I did say it out loud,
Then he started
recorded.
talking about getting pegged and
My
I don't know
God.
what to think. You know,
Yikes.
yikes city. So
all
that
right.
was my pain.
Yeah, that is very painful. I got a good one. And Tyler, you can relate to this one. Things that are painful, one of them being having to pick up dog shit in the spring.
Yeah.
It is physically and mentally painful. Number one, when that snow melts, you can't see how much dog shit's actually out there. So you get the 5-gallon bucket ready, you get the garbage bag inside,
Mhm.
and I mean, what you don't know in the back of your mind is you're going to probably have to switch that out and start back from fresh just to get it all cleaned up.
Yep.
And it's just a matter of getting to the point where you want to go outside and do that.
Mhm.
The dog's fine. He can walk around on his own shit for another day.
See, you
It's a big yard.
you have the luxury of you own. I rent still, so we can get fined if there's too much dog shit in the yard.
DNA test.
Well, so we're the only house in our block with a dog, so
Oh, okay.
it's us. And if we don't do it, like we've gotten a warning before, like, hey, there's too much dog shit in your yard. You got to go get them. Like it's negative 45. I don't want to scoop this frozen shit.
Well, I think at that point, you just have to kick some snow over top of it.
Right. I'm just sitting here praying for it to snow to cover it up so I don't have to scoop dog shit.
Yeah, it's one thing that no dog owner looks forward to come springtime.
I would add on to that when you try to scoop one and it just fractures and then it's like stuck in the ice. And then it's like, oh, it's still there anyway, even though you did all the work.
You have half a bag of like ice and snow and then half a bag of shit with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then it melts.
And then it melts. And then you have to put it in your garbage can. I double bag it, but still, I mean, that shit is leaking through.
I don't even go 5-gallon bucket. I just haul the garbage can and go directly into it.
Wait. What?
Time out. You raw dog your trash container with dog shit?
Yeah, like the big one that goes to the end of the road.
So you don't, okay. You know, but what you mean is that you put a garbage bag in the big container and then put dog shit in and then tie it up.
No, I just throw it in there. It's frozen. And then they just dump it in the back. It goes to the dump.
No, I know that that's where it goes. But you can't tell me that your garbage bin doesn't absolutely reek like dog shit.
I mean, not in the winter. In the summer, we'll throw it in like the 5-gallon bucket with the garbage bag in it. But in the winter, no.
Where does your garbage can sit on non-garbage days?
Outside by the garage door.
What's your stance on that?
I'm out.
I mean, I'm completely out on throwing raw dog shit in
because it's gonna. I mean, there's a little. It's
what if you get like
insulated.
a 34-degree day?
Correct. That's
what if you get like a 40-degree day and all of a sudden,
I mean,
it's just like.
I don't know why this is so insane. It's literally never thaws out in the winter.
I understand what you're saying.
No, you don't, apparently.
No, I understand what you're saying. I can't comprehend why you would want to do that.
It's one less step. Instead of having to put it in the 5-gallon bucket and in the bag, I just go straight to where it's going to end up and it gets dumped.
Okay, so what if you miss garbage day?
Then it sits in there frozen, the same as it was sitting frozen 6 feet away in the snow.
What do you do in the spring when it's a tweener?
Then you put it in bags. When it's wet and has the chance to be like gross, then it goes in bags.
Okay. His container smells like shit.
It's got
absolutely.
It doesn't.
I was gonna say,
Well, here's a question. I think that the world is split into two different people: people who keep their garbage can in their garage, and people who keep their garbage can outside of the garage.
I would agree. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think you can learn a lot about a person by where they put their garage bin, where they put their garbage bin.
Where are you guys at?
I'm inside.
I am as well.
Yeah, I'm outside.
That makes it not as bad.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is what are the qualities in a person that makes them keep them outside versus keep it inside?
I don't think it has anything to do with me. I think it has a lot to do with the size of my garage.
Okay.
I think
that's one aspect of it. Your garage isn't big enough, so you just keep the garbage outside.
Yeah, it's just because we got to carry the car seats in and out of the garage, and we could fit it in there, but it'd be a really tight squeeze with the kids.
I feel like if you are a renter, your garbage bin is outside, and if you own the home, your garbage bin is inside.
I would agree.
I feel like when I rented, there was a period of time where we had the garbage bin outside, just chilling there.
Well, my next door neighbors just leave it on the fucking street year round.
Okay.
They never miss garbage day because it's always there.
You're not that far off, Tyler.
I am 20 yards off.
I would say people who also love the convenience factor of being able to just step out of their garage door, toss it into the bin, and go back inside without having to
have to put any shoes on.
Yeah,
it's the best.
Don't get me wrong. I'm jealous. I wish I
I'm
could
even
do that.
walking out on my.
I think you could make it happen, though. I think that people who rent that have their garbage bin outside, I do think they could make it happen. They just choose to put something else there in its place. What do you have in its place?
A car.
I also have a car.
But my garage is tiny. You've been to my house. You've seen how small it is. The distance between the car and the door into the house from the garage is basically the width of my garbage can.
All right, well, let's solve your problem here. What are some creative problem solving to get Tyler's garbage bin in his garage? What you could do is you could hang it from the ceiling
Pulley system.
and then put a pulley system on the lid. You pull it up, you throw the bag in, and then you drop it, and it slams shut.
That's kind of fun.
Kind of horizontal, and then you have another pulley system that lowers the back end first, then another pulley that lowers the top and it drops it down so you can roll it out. And if you hang it appropriately and it's hanging down the right spot, you know how far to drive in, and your windshield just barely touches the
It's
garbage
like the tennis
bin.
ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tennis ball, racquetball, whatever you want.
Yeah. Then when your kid, I don't know, he's what? How old is he? Like
3.
6?
3.
He's 3. Okay. He's 3 years old. Get him a baseball, open up the garage door, pull the pulley, have the thing open. He can practice throwing baseballs into the garbage
Strike
bin.
zone. That's a
Strike zone.
Yep.
Well, but careful. 'Cause
Don't hit
there
the
might
car.
don't hit the car and don't get dog shit residue
Mhm.
on the baseball.
Yes.
It's another big one.
Yeah. So that could be a good option.
Mm-hmm.
You
for
could
ya.
also have some kind of hook on the side of your car where it like hooks up to the garbage bin. So when you back out of on garbage day, when you back out of the garage, your can comes with you. Release the hook at the end of the driveway and go about your day.
Could do
Then
that.
you don't even have to step foot outside to bring the garbage bin out.
Theoretically, I never have to go outside.
Okay. Hear me out.
Just in my truck, in the garage, into the house.
Yeah. Hear me out, though.
Yeah.
Just put the garbage bin in the kitchen.
The fucking big one.
The
Yeah.
big one.
Because then you
And then you really don't have to walk very far to take the garbage out. I'd take the garbage out every other second if that was the case.
well also then you don't have to just empty the kitchen garbage can twice a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
You
it's
don't
once a
even
week.
need a kitchen garbage can. You now have an extra drawer for something else.
So
You could put like Gatorades in there or some shit. And then your garbage is sitting there and you just
Gatorade
fucking
stock.
throw it in there.
Yeah. You do have a front porch though.
no stairs. It's the dumbest thing.
What?
This is
How?
you can't get mad at me for this.
No,
I didn't build the
I'm
house.
wondering, what do you mean?
There's a fucking deck with no stairs.
So time out. You are in a house that has a deck in the front of the house.
no, in the back. Sorry, it's a backyard deck.
You said front
I'm
porch.
yeah, I said I meant
Oh,
front.
you're talking about we have like a front step. I wouldn't call it a porch.
What I was going to say is you could put your garbage bin right next to the front door.
Yeah, it's pretty close to there. Yeah, it's just at the bottom of the step instead of right next to the door in front of the doorbell and all that.
Okay, go on.
Oh, it's ruined. It was
What Tyler was
giving
saying
false information.
You have a deck with no stairs going down to the yard.
In the backyard
In
or
the
in the
backyard,
back of
yeah.
the house, in my kitchen, there's a sliding door to a deck with no stairs
Yeah,
to
I
the
mean,
yard.
I lived in a rental that was like that.
I think that was the first time I ever saw it in my life. I'd never seen a deck with no stairs.
Yeah, I
before.
mean, it's just the cheap way to do it.
yeah.
But yeah,
Tyler,
Well-
you could also sell your pickup. That would put more room.
You could.
could sell your
Garbage.
pickup,
Could sell
You
my
could-
truck,
or
yeah.
just get a car that's shorter. One of those.
I need a
little-
skinnier
one of
one.
those little Geo Metros or
Or
something.
a Kia Soul.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't
Motorcycle.
get that bit.
You missed it.
Okay.
Had to be there.
Why not just put the garbage bin in the back of your pickup at all times?
Just
Because
drive around.
it comes inside and it goes outside with you
That is
every
true.
single day.
Question for you, indoor garbage people: does the food get rotten and stink?
Well, we put our
Like
stuff
leftover
in
stuff?
garbage bags.
Scented garbage bags.
Okay.
Tie them up real nice.
Genuine question.
You know, we don't
My
just
stuff-
we don't just fucking raw dog shit into our stuff. So I can imagine why you would be confused at how to keep it from smelling that bad.
I mean,
Raw
the
dog.
bags aren't perfect though. Like smells escape from the garbage bags.
You just if you don't fill it up to where the lid's up a little bit, you're fine.
There's no smell getting out of garbage bins.
Also,
Oh, what was that?
Except for
There's no
except for
smell
shit
getting
smell.
out.
Except for shit
Okay.
smell.
Okay.
so also, you know, like maybe not every city's like this, but you can usually choose the giant bin
Mm-hmm.
or the medium sized bin, the difference a month in those two is what?
Like, what? I don't know.
By $10,
bucks.
$8.
Yeah.
Why would anyone choose the smaller one to save $8?
I don't know.
I understand
garage.
penny pinchers, whatever, but
It was like, even we just got a recycling bin like 3 years ago for the first time. And even with recycling as well, we still would fill up that little bin in a second.
yeah, it's 2 garbage bags and you're done.
I love the people who then just have like the 50-gallon garbage bin with no wheels on it, where when their little garbage can gets filled up, they
Yeah.
also just drag that one out,
And hope that the city picks
just
that
raw
up
dogging
too.
it on the cement.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't think the city's picking that up, are they?
Some will. I don't know. I don't city. It's
Also, some people whose garbage is filled so high
Yeah.
that like that lid is literally it's at its fulcrum point.
Vertical.
It's
If it
literally
goes,
like
if it goes 1/4 inch further back, it'll flip open.
yeah, my neighbors are kind of like that, and I've had recycling all over my yard multiple days out of
from
the year.
there.
Yep, from the wind. I mean, you can't get away from it.
I was guilty of in college. Like, we missed garbage day pretty often, being degenerate college kids. So it would build up quite a bit. And on garbage day, if we had way too much to fit into our bin, I would like sneak around to other bins, see if there was room to throw an extra bag in there
Yep,
before the truck
That's
came
a good
around.
move.
garbage men don't get enough credit
No.
dealing with our bullshit.
No.
Well, and Tyler's
And
raw
Tyler's dog shit.
Yeah. I'm actually being eco-friendly, less
Raw
plastic.
dog shit.
Frozen. It's not raw.
Well, it's just raw.
It's frozen.
I mean, would you say that frozen raw beef is still raw beef?
Yeah, but you usually call it frozen beef. You
I would
don't call
agree.
it
I mean, I
raw.
just put them in a mental pretzel.
When you hear raw beef, you think of defrosted beef.
Okay. Unthawed.
Mhm. Thawed out, actually.
No, I did. Yeah, you're right.
It's
I did think
unthawed.
it out.
Yeah.
I did. Have you gone, Tyler, on your painful thing?
I haven't. I got a couple, but
Okay,
I'll
go
just
ahead, Tyler.
get this one out of the way. Very timely. Miles, I'm
I know.
extremely jealous of you for not having a team. The Vikings are very painful for me.
Yeah, that does hurt.
Jared, I think I speak for both of us. Ryan, I think I speak for you,
my
but maybe
New
not
York
to the
Giants came in clutch.
I mean, I'll be honest.
My G-men were clutch.
I was over it within 60 minutes.
It's a,
extent. That's the whole game.
that's the 60-minute game.
No, after they lost, I was over it within
Oh.
60 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I was like, there's 60 minutes in a football game.
No, after the game, within 1 hour, I was over it.
Yeah, I went through all the phases of grief, anger, denial, acceptance. And we're accepting it today, 24 hours later.
It's good because you got to do your job.
Yep.
And
It doesn't matter.
Remember that it's just a bunch of sweaty men running around in tight pants.
That for some reason I care a whole lot about.
Yeah.
And it
Something to
doesn't-
get excited for.
yeah, even if they would have won, we would have got pegged by the 49ers anyway. So
Must be a Minnesota.
My Niners, you talking about? Okay, continue on. What is your other painful thing?
okay, this one really, really kills me. It's extremely painful when my kid tells my dad that he's his best friend and not me.
Well, first of all, my parents always told me that it's not the parent's job to be friends with
Yes.
their kid.
Yes.
Their job is to parent the kid.
I
So I
know.
don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, Tyler.
I know, but it still kills anyone else other than my dad. It's like, aha, it's fine, whatever.
You want the opportunity to be like, no, I'm not your friend. I'm your dad.
No, I just don't want my dad to be his best friend. I would rather have that award over him. You know? Yeah.
Mm.
That's
'Cause
really
it-
that's really really cute.
Because it's like all of the
Okay, is your dad your best friend?
no.
Okay, well then you can't say the same about your son then.
Is
Yeah,
is
but-
your grandpa your best friend?
Pretty close. Yeah.
there we
actually.
fucking go.
Yeah.
Just goes round and round and round.
Well, do you
Like,
ever-
can you blame the kid?
Do you ever see like the meme going around of like grandparents playing with their kids, like, stop being so weird and show them how fucking crazy you are? Like, dad was crazy to me, but all of a sudden he's this giant softy.
Well, he's not the kid. Your kid is
I
not
know.
his responsibility.
I know.
There are
I
no
know.
rules.
But it's like, where was all this? Where was this, Dad? I see
He
what
was
you
being a parent. He
I
wasn't
see what
being
you're
a best
capable
friend.
of now. Maybe I'm more just jealous of my kid.
I think it's okay to be best
I
friends.
think if we unpack this,
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things that you're not so much mad at your kid as you are mad that your dad was kind of a dick to you sometimes.
Dad's been super chill to my kids. Where were you chill, Dad?
Now, have you thought about that you were kind of a fuck stick as a kid?
There maybe been a little bit of that.
Yeah, that'll
I had
happen.
some Dylan tendencies to me at some points in my life, but
I think that is, I mean, the circle of life is that your dad is a dick to you, then you're a dick to your kid, but then your dad is really nice to your kid,
Mhm.
and it just goes in a cycle over and over again.
yeah,
I think it's maybe a second chance too. It's a second chance to kind of play fatherhood a little bit again, except
tape.
not
Without
your
the
responsibility.
responsibility.
Or
Yeah.
it's your dad still being a dick to you
Oh,
by
yeah.
spoiling the kid by telling them things like, when you go home, make sure you just jump on all the furniture. Okay. I think your dad, it's not necessarily a cycle. It's just your dad is still has his foot on the gas pedal trying to ruin your life.
Yeah.
Well, and this might be the natural, correct way of life, but it doesn't make it any less painful. Hear that, Dad? Out of nowhere, my kid just comes up to me like, "Dad, Grandpa's my best friend. Like, you didn't need to fucking share that with me."
Well, it's because
Did he tell
your
you to do
dad,
that?
Your dad told him to tell you because it would cause you pain.
Yep, it worked.
Yes.
There's nothing better, I imagine, in the world being a dad than seeing your kid in pain.
It is fun to fuck with them.
Exactly. There
Yeah.
you go. And that is the weird and twisted and fucked up way that dads show love to their kids.
Yep.
I like it when you're in pain,
I like scaring the shit out of him.
scaring them, making them do chores, making them sad. But then there's always the like one thing that dad
Yeah.
does that's like, okay, he loves me.
Mm-hmm.
Not
But then the rest of the time, it's he's trying to make my life miserable.
Yeah. Only giving him like a 5 instead of a 10 at the concessions at a sporting event.
But it's like, oh, hey, for your birthday, I bought you this really nice like Xbox game.
Yep.
But then the rest of the time, it's like, oh, you want to go hang out with your friends and you're 14 years old? No, you got to come work concrete construction this summer.
Yeah, you get them the Xbox, but then tell them they got to play outside.
Yeah. Or they only get like 30 minutes a day to play.
Yep.
Just absolute kick to the balls.
Yeah, you get them a new Xbox, but no games, and they have to work. They have to work to play the games.
Yeah.
That's actually a
No,
great idea.
they have to earn the power cord.
Yeah,
Something
Yeah.
like that.
you earn a controller or a power cord, then a controller, then a game, then
But little
You get to
does
go
the
online.
dad know that mom is waiting till dad leaves and then just handing all the power cord and the
Probably.
Yeah.
games and controllers over.
and I think they're smart. They would probably find a power cord somewhere,
Yeah, I saw there's
or
a
like
great,
HDMI or whatever they need.
a great way to punish kids in today's day and age is to not take their phones or their tablets away, but to take the charger away and then watch them slowly panic as their things start to die.
Oh, bad idea.
That's
Yeah.
diabolical.
That
Mhm.
is not a bad idea. I'm gonna put that one in
I
the
like
bank.
it.
That is that is in my back pocket for when he's got a phone.
I like that. Well, I wouldn't like that, but I would parent my kid in a much more productive way than that, Tyler. But
hmm
I'm just saying, I would probably, treat him like a human being, not like a piece of shit. But
Yeah, human beings don't need
Well,
technology.
you see how he treats pieces of shit. Throws them right in the
throws him
dumpster.
raw
Yeah.
dogs him in the garbage.
Doesn't even give him a coat to
Yeah.
stay warm.
Doesn't even give him a little sack to sit in.
I'm just saving plastic.
Okay. I have a physical, painful thing that I'd like to run by you guys. And warning, could be the biggest debate we've ever had on this podcast.
Okay.
So,
Go on.
So it's open for debate. That's been said already.
all right, I gotta open my phone.
Yeah, but you know Miles has his mind made up
Oh,
already.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's got a side
He's
to
got
defend, and the only one he's going to defend is the one we don't pick.
Correct. So Tyler, we'll pick the same one.
Okay.
All right. Which one of these three is the most painful thing in the world? Stubbing your toe, hitting a Razor scooter on your ankle, or ramming your shin into something really hard?
Okay, my answer depends on
Toe, ankle, or shin? Which ones?
my answer depends on which toe?
Whatever one hurts the worst.
Pinky.
Pinky toe caught in the corner of a hallway hurts a fuck ton.
But is that your choice?
I think so. I think pinky toe caught on like the corner of something is worse than a razor to the shin.
I don't know.
Or to the ankle or smashing your shin.
Toe does hurt a lot. Let's maybe whittle him down. I think razor scooter to the ankle. I mean, like we're talking, you're doing one of the little whippies and it comes around
Tail
and
whip.
that thing hits bone on metal. That will send shock waves through your body.
Mm-hmm.
That's my pick.
Is the
'Cause
razor scooter
Yes,
on the
because
ankle?
here's the thing. Stubbing the toe does not immobilize you walking.
If you do it hard enough, it will.
No, you can heel walk. Walk straight on the heel. But-
True.
But-
Very true.
Yeah, you can heel
Ryan.
walk for 5 minutes. But if you hit your fucking ankle bone, especially the outside of the ankle bone, with
You
a
could
razor-
collapse.
correct.
Yeah.
You might not be able to walk for a week.
This is like a really tough for me actually to choose.
The shin fucking hurts too, though.
Because
I
if you
think
ever if you ever hit your shin so hard that like it causes you to do the silent scream where you like hit it and you're like really bad audio.
Yeah.
But I'm screaming with no
Internally.
yeah. Or you like in any of these, honestly, if you stub your toe, you just do the thing where you don't move and you tense everything in your
Yeah.
body
Yep.
while you absorb the pain and then you release it and you're like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
That's actually a great hack for bodybuilders before they go on stage. Just stub their toe so they're absolutely flexed.
Absolutely jacked and ripped.
Nothing gets you more jacked and ripped than stubbing your toe.
Just a narrow doorway.
But if you
Yeah.
ever nailed your
Wham!
all right, I want you to take this sledgehammer and I want you to fuck up my toe. I'm serious. Do it. And then he does the little heel walk out there.
They just miss and just shatter your foot.
Yeah. Oh God, that would hurt. But if you ever banged your shin on something and then it actually like leaves an indent
Yeah.
in your shin.
Yeah. Or the
I think
opposite.
that might be worse than the ankle because of the fact you do it, right? You like do the not gonna scream thing, and then like your wife's like, Anne's like, "You okay?" And you're like, "Yeah, fucking hurts so fucking bad." And then she's like, "Oh my God, it is not that bad." And then you're like, "What do you mean? Look, there's even an indent in my shin." That hurts.
Then the indent just turns into the opposite, where like it's almost like
It's a little bump.
it's like a bruise. It's bleeding internally,
Yep.
if you will.
Now, would you guys rather stub your toe or drop something on your toe?
drop something on it? I think.
like stub.
I
I'd
think
rather,
I'd rather stub it.
because you don't see the stub coming. You see the object being dropped
Am
on
I-
your toe.
Yeah.
Just think about holding like a 20-pound dumbbell and just dropping it on
Well,
your
that's
toe.
different.
Oh,
that would just
God.
break your toe.
God, that would hurt.
But I don't think. I mean, okay. When you were a kid, did you ever stub your toe and then just automatically think it was broken?
Yep.
all the time.
Well, the reason I
It's
picked
broken.
the
I
reason-
gotta go to the doctor.
Broken, done.
Yeah.
the reason I picked toe is because you listed all that off, and that was the only one when you said it, I could feel the pain a little bit.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
a good test, Tyler. It's a good test. Well, this is fun. What about taking nails and jamming them underneath your fingernails? What do you think of that? Do you think that would hurt?
I think that'd probably be worse than those other
that,
three.
yeah, that hurts.
What about if someone just took a fucking skill saw and just cut your skull open? Do you think that would hurt?
Probably.
That would hurt.
Yeah.
Anesthesia though. Sometimes that might.
Yeah.
fix
Actually,
it.
that would probably only hurt for like a second, and then you'd probably pass out.
Isn't that on one of the Hannibal things where he cuts the top of someone's head off?
Oh yeah,
and
he
drugs
does,
them up, and then eats their brain?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what's his name? Yeah, that happens. Forget
Yeah.
the actor's name.
Yeah. I don't
Hannibal.
know, though. Stubbing your toe would hurt a lot worse than that, I think. You're
Yeah.
drugged up, at least, in the Hannibal
Gets-
Oh yeah,
scenario.
Ray Liotta. He gets his head. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. Get some steam
Spoilers.
going.
Mhm, sorry.
Um,
Great
okay,
movie.
Drew.
What about when you get cleated in football, like in the shin? Did that ever happen to you guys?
yeah, or
Oh,
like
yeah.
getting your toe stepped on with a cleat.
Mhm.
God.
Guy last night in the game, Thibodeau,
Yeah, on his
got his
hand.
hand stepped
Yeah.
on.
All right, we got to vote. We got to vote.
Kept
we
going.
got to put a nail in this coffin.
in these fingers.
We got to put a nail in these underneath these fingernails. Okay? There's 4 of us. Jake could be a tiebreaker potentially. Okay. So are we ruling out ankle? Or no, you said ankle.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to switch to shin because I can feel it right now.
Okay. So ankle's out. It's either toe or shin. Which one is the most painful thing to do? I think that I am going to go shin. You go shin as well,
I'm
Ryan?
going shin as well.
I'm going toe.
You're going toe.
Shin.
Jared, you're shin.
Shin.
Tiebreaker.
Just I like, like a low like coffee table that's like it's got a glass top or something,
And then it's
you
got the
go,
bottom shelf even too.
yeah, and you go by and you just crank your shin on that. I mean, that'll make you trip and fall into the Christmas tree.
Okay. So I feel like
Broke all the presents, smashed.
Christmas is ruined.
Yeah, Christmas is ruined.
I feel like a stub toe, like you can grab a stub toe and like put pressure on it, but a shin is off limits.
Well, I'm thinking about like this happened to me about a week ago. Like I had in my real tight hallway, I clipped my pinky toe on the corner of the hall, like the trim, right? Like that sharp ass corner. And I just sat there. It did the silent scream. Becca's like, "Are you all right?" And it was not a. Just like, just don't talk to me. Don't fucking talk to me right now. I'm in a mental battle with my toe pain.
But you know what the worst part about all of this, right, is there is so much instant fucking excruciating
Rage.
pain and rage. And it's to the point where like your girlfriend or wife or whatever's looking at you like, oh my God, like he's gonna die. That's what he's acting like, right? You're like, but then for whatever reason, in like 30 seconds, it like doesn't really hurt that much anymore.
You're good. Yeah, you're good.
And then you feel like an idiot for overreacting. But then she's like, "Oh, you're such a fucking baby."
yeah.
Oh yeah, well you should have felt that.
But I think the more you overreact, the more it lessens the amount of time it hurts.
The more you overreact.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if you just play it cool, that fucker's hurting for another 5 minutes.
Yeah, you
I'm
act
cool,
like
I'm
nothing's
cool.
wrong.
Yeah. You ever try to just manage that pain? Like, I'm fine. And then deep down, you're like, oh my God.
You ever, as a kid, like you stub your toe on something and you just blame the thing you stubbed it on? You maybe fucking give it
Spaz on
like
it,
a little
yeah.
half-ass punch.
Or like if it's something that isn't breakable, you just like chuck it across the room.
Yeah.
Or especially if it's something that's not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
That's
I like, or like
worst.
come around the corner, stub your toe on like a vacuum or something, and just take the vacuum and just fucking just
Yeah.
tip it over.
Yeah. Well, that battle's won.
Yeah. Jared, do you have anything that's painful?
I got 2.
Ooh.
Getting a Charlie horse in the middle of the night on like your calf.
I usually stay hydrated.
You
so I
gotta
don't
drink
have
more
to
water.
water.
That hasn't happened in a while, but that is a bad
Too much fluid loss right before bed, huh?
Mhm.
Fucking dirty dog.
Yeah.
Absolutely excreting bodily
Yeah.
fluids right
Yeah.
before bed and make you get a Charlie horse.
Yeah, it hasn't
Jared's
happened in a while.
Jared's a big pre-bed sauna guy.
Oh yeah,
Soaking
that's what we're talking about.
Just ripping
yeah.
the fluids out.
Hasn't happened in a long time, but that pain sucks because there's nothing you can do for like 10 seconds.
Hey, why don't you get a Charlie horse tonight? Try it out.
Yeah, stop drinking water.
Well,
Jared,
that's
I've been
not
get-
what I meant.
I've been getting them in the bottom of my foot, just randomly
Oh
at
yeah,
night.
I've gotten that.
That could possibly be okay.
That's plantar fasciitis.
Charlie horse, calf, thigh, or bottom of the foot.
I don't think
Calf is the worst.
Yeah.
Calf is bad.
I don't think I've ever gotten one. In
But
my
I
foot.
also
Oh,
is it kind of fucked up that I kind of like when my calf cramps
Yeah.
it's like
dude.
That's fucked up.
because it's like so tight. The muscle is so hard, you know, that you kind of like before you stretch it out, you're kind of like, oh fuck, look at me, dude. I'm
You like
fucking
feeling that?
jacked.
Yeah.
You don't have that feeling? I don't mind a
No.
cramp.
If
I don't mind it.
Rub it out.
any of us said what Miles just said, we would never hear the fucking end of it.
No, I just mean like
that baby.
like that.
You
like,
want to rub
raw-
that cramp, Miles?
Rock
You like
hard.
feeling that rock hard cramp?
I like the concept that this muscle is so tense and I'm not doing anything to cause it is fascinating to me.
I love when you can feel.
I do the same thing.
The instant you can feel a Charlie horse coming on, the leg just Oh God!
You almost kicked that table. You almost stubbed your toe.
I know.
Could have been a disaster.
The worst of both worlds.
Yeah. And then you'd have got up and stubbed your shin.
Oh,
I am not fully on board with the Charlie horse thing. I don't think it's the end of the world.
It's like pain that's good.
Yeah.
keeps
It's
it
just
human.
like, I don't know. It's just like a fascinating phenomenon to me
Mm-hmm.
of the fact that your muscle just decides to just contract and just not let go.
Yeah.
But then also like the relief when it stops contracting is also kind of orgasmic.
In the same vein as that, I kind of think it's cool, like when my foot falls asleep.
You kind of like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
In
In
tingly.
the same vein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You imagine having a
Different vein.
calf cramp while your foot's asleep? That would be
Would you
pretty-
even be able
that
to
would-
feel it?
That would be exotic.
Yeah. In a different
Take
vein.
work off.
I think we're
Can't
starting.
make vein
we're
dirty.
starting to-
all over our body.
I knew he
right?
was going to try and do
Yeah.
that.
He talked over me.
I think I'm starting to understand like the whole BDSM world now.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to get it.
Was it full of cramps or what?
Yeah, I don't know. Just cutting off circulation
It's-
to things. I don't know.
Modern BDSM is just not drinking water than
Yeah.
having sex.
Yeah, no electrolytes, no water, and then just falling asleep. Like, I can't fall asleep. I'm so excited to get a Charlie horse.
This is the hype around BDSM.
Oh yeah. What's the other one, Jared?
This is more minor, but like when you're in an elevator with other people and you like go to the ground floor, but you accidentally get out on the second floor.
Oh.
I did that a couple
Or-
weekends ago.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
I-
or you get out and you're like, yeah, it's not so much because I'm not gonna just get out and avoid the shame. I get out and I go, oh, wrong floor, and I have to get back on the elevator. That's a tough pain.
I was gonna say, will you ever just get out, realize you're on the wrong floor, and walk off like you meant to?
No, I won't do
No,
that.
I'm time for that.
Yeah, but it sounds like you have.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, it's also a great icebreaker in the elevator.
It's also too like if you don't realize right away you're on the wrong floor. It actually happened to me once. You were staying, or no, it was when Jake randomly accidentally got the suite at one of the hotels. I was going up to Jake's room and I got out on the wrong floor and then just acted like it was my floor and kept walking.
Just do a hot lap.
Yeah, but it's weird because like it stops on that floor. That means somebody else is supposed to get off there too.
Yeah.
So then they're walking with you.
Can I go to the ice machine?
Yeah,
or
you
something?
just at that point you're just going to the stairs.
Yep.
Yeah. You just I don't. Where do you like? What do you do? You just like
Well, you just go stand.
just
in front
walk
of-
over to that little table that has the
Yeah.
the telephone on it. You just pick it up.
Can I get room service for the 6th floor hallway?
Yeah, I accidentally got off again. Can you send the elevator back up? By
I
the
was
way,
gonna say, can I schedule an elevator ride for a ground floor here in about 30 seconds?
I mean, the whole elevator thing in like the world is just a fascinating thing of like, there's people, do you know this? That there's people who, when they get into an elevator, they look at the weight limit and they start adding everyone up's weight.
Mhm.
What they
I do
think.
that. I do that at boats too.
That is insane to me.
Why?
Because that's not the way I'm wired. When I get in there, all I think about is how awkward the silence is. I don't
Yeah.
like, there's actually like been studies done of like what people do and like what that means about your personality in elevators.
Yeah.
It's a very wild thing.
I do that.
You can count up everyone's
I do
weight.
do that. Yeah. Well, especially if they have a lot of luggage too. I'm like, fuck's gonna happen to this thing? We're gonna have to like.
Wonder what that means about you. We'll have to look it up.
Like a phobia?
Yeah. We'll take a break and then we'll look up what that means about Ryan as counting up the elevator weight. So let's take a break, then we'll be right back.
You guys busy on Friday?
Yeah.
How busy?
Pretty.
How about at 2:00 in the afternoon on Friday?
Busier than what you want us for.
Oh, well, I was going to say we could go to the shooting range and fire our Mossbergs off because that looks like on the calendar a good time for all of us.
I was thinking more of like an evening.
Okay.
So
We don't actually have to plan it right now. I was just trying to get into the ad read with what you've been telling me to do for weeks.
Oh, you mean going to the range and shooting our Mossberg guns?
Yes, I do.
Doesn't that sound like a good time, Ryan?
I'm in for 2 p.m. on Friday.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
I'm no longer busy.
I checked my schedule. I'm free.
Good. I can't wait to see you guys there.
Yeah. No.
Legit though.
We
Friday.
could do it just this weekend too.
Okay.
Anyways, let's try and get it done between now and the next podcast. We got to show off the old Mossberg gun. Show people what they can do. I got to paint a smiley face on that target out there.
300 yards
fun.
away.
300 and did I say three?
I think it's.
I think it was like
399.
450.
Yeah.
There's just gonna be one hole in my target because I'm gonna shoot through the same hole every time.
And you can with a straight barrel Mossberg. Tell you what. I got what is it? The MSC2, the shorter barrel.
Yep.
That
Nice little
just like me,
compact.
that barrel is short, but it is straight.
Yeah, mine's in my pocket right now.
And that's if you're someone with a short barrel that's straight, you gotta go to mossberg.com and get yourself an old 9mm little handgun for you, little home defense, little shooting range, the whole thing.
Mhm.
Little office defense.
So if you want the straightest barrel in the game, you gotta go to mossberg.com, baby. You're going through the same hole. I'm gonna paint a smiley face on the target. What are you gonna do?
Middle finger.
Middle
It's
finger
a
to-
classic.
Yep.
Knuckles and everything.
You gonna
Oh,
do some
that detail.
detail?
I'm gonna detail.
You're
it.
gonna
I'll
fire
put-
out-
I'll put some wrist seams in it too.
Yeah.
Little drop shadow.
Beautiful
Yeah.
thing is that you got a nice size clip in that gun of yours from Mossberg,
Yeah.
so you can let her rip.
I can change them out quick too.
How can you? We should have a reloading competition.
Okay, I'm down. That'd be kind of fun actually.
You got to bring your own mag though.
Deal.
I have like 5 of them that I bought.
I got 6.
No, I would say you don't have an extra one, do you?
I do, yeah.
Oh, let's say we're gonna do 3 reloads then, so he has to shoot both clips and then has to actually reload one of them. Well, I can just pop another one in.
Easy.
All right, guys, go to mossberg.com. We'll let you know how our day at the range goes. All right, Ryan, the elevator doors are about to close on an eager rider who is trying to get the elevator. 4 people are already inside the elevator. One of the people is crowded box. One of the people in the crowded box is in a hurry, does not want to wait. The final passenger is concerned as she calculates the weight to see if the elevator can handle another person. So that means that you are a reserved, task-oriented person, it says. I would say that's
I would agree with
pretty, I would say it's pretty accurate, Orion.
I wouldn't say I'm that reserved. I would say the latter task.
In the
oriented,
grand
yes.
scheme of life, you're not taking a bunch of risks necessarily.
I mean, is that what reserved is
I don't
outlining?
know. What does reserved mean?
Taking risk. I think that's like risk averse, like how risk averse are.
Maybe
you?
that's what I'm thinking of. Okay. I'm definitely it says one of the people in the crowded box in a hurry and does not want to wait. That's me, I feel like. Which means that I'm an outgoing, task-oriented person. There's also a bubbly, energetic passenger who holds the door open while greeting a newcomer, Jared.
Howdy, neighbor.
Bubbly, energetic.
I would say it's not any of us. A third rider is happy either way and smiles while waiting patiently.
I don't know.
Which one of those 4 are you?
I'm not smiling, but I'm happy either way. And
You don't want to get out of the elevator.
no, doesn't bother me.
You aren't adding up the see if it can handle another person.
Occasionally, but not every time. No.
So that means that you're reserved and people oriented.
I would say I'm more reserved in an elevator.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm like let's say I'm in Las Vegas. I'm reading as to like what show is going on at the Wynn or whatever, the promos they got
Yeah.
up. I'm reading that shit. I'm scanning.
I will talk.
I'm also
with-
thinking about like where's the fastest place I can get out of this place in
Yeah.
case something happens. I'm very primal in that way.
Yeah, I'm not doing that, and I will
Fucking
talk.
hate that.
I will have an elevator conversation with someone, but I'll never start it. If somebody says something in the elevator, I will talk to them the whole ride, but I'm not going to be the one to start the conversation.
I also have a tough time judging weights too, because sometimes I go over the limit. I'm like, fuck, what are we doing here? And then other times I'm like, oh, we're fine. We could pack 5.
I don't know how many times I've thought, wow, we're overweight in here. Is only when it's like me and my like basketball friends would be like 12 of us.
Yeah.
Never once did I think with like 6 people like might be overweight. That's insane to me.
What is the normal weight limit?
I think it's like 3,500,
Oh,
I'm more- I'm-
good.
Ryan knows. What is it?
right?
On an elevator, I don't know. A boat is like 2,100 or 12. It depends on the size of boat too, right?
Mhm.
The longer I'm in a place, the
Don't
more
you
I'm-
just go, yeah, we're starting to sink a little. Probably too many people.
no,
We're sagging.
I'm adding weights up.
So what do you think that I weigh then, Ryan?
Do you actually want me to answer?
if we're all in an elevator together,
Okay. How about I go total weight?
no.
It's too
Peg
safe.
us off, each one of us. Peg us.
260,
260. Okay.
220. Jared's a tough one because he's a runner too.
Well,
Uh,
sometimes.
Yeah,
Jared,
shin splints.
200.
No,
$1.95.
no.
Liar.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
See, we're
210?
overweight.
Higher,
220.
more.
230?
Probably.
225.
225.
You
And
got
then me being a rock hard.
You're more than 220, aren't you?
220 rather than nuts.
Wow.
me being rock hard 175.
Oh God.
Not many people know what rock hard 175 looks like. And it's this guy right here.
I don't know if I want to know.
Dang it. I don't know what rock hard 175 looks like.
Well, you do.
That makes me mad.
You do now.
I had you pegged for about $1.55.
I suppose you did peg him, didn't you?
I have more muscle though. Muscle weighs more than fat.
Okay. That was the classic thing is like a 5th grader, like, oh, I weigh more than you weigh more than me. Yeah, because muscle weighs more than fat.
Once in a while in the elevator, I do think. Remember, do you ever see that Mythbusters episode where they say if you time your jump right as the
Yeah.
elevator's falling, that you will survive and not die?
Oh,
I think about that
I
actually
think it was
a
busted,
lot.
wasn't it?
Oh, interesting.
That wasn't true.
You're right.
I don't know, but I think about all the time of like, okay, if the cable snaps, when am I gonna jump?
Yeah, I think it's
You gotta
busted.
know what floor you're on. You gotta know if
There's a
the
lot to
chute goes
calculate.
up past
Well,
ground
well, what if
floor.
the numbers are going with it really fast?
Toop jump.
You have like your arms out. You're just waiting.
Yeah, that would be tough.
Yeah, starts dropping. All right, everyone, jump with me on 3. Okay, hits the thing. Yeah, I mean, it's insane how many people ride elevators every day, and there's not more accidents, right?
I hear it's actually really safe.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's an insanely safe thing.
Mhm.
And they haven't really been updated that much.
I mean, what have they done to improve it? Not much.
I
You
guess
got
I don't.
TVs in some of them now.
Yeah. They're like
Yeah.
safety wise.
That's
I
not
don't
what
think
we
they've
meant,
done
but-
shit.
What do you mean by? I mean,
Like design besides like the interior. I feel like
some of
it's
them
pretty
got
similar.
doors on each side now,
Yeah.
so you can get in one way, get
No,
out the other.
talking about safety wise.
Some are carpeted.
Well, I fix what's not broken.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know?
Like they've had a good product from the beginning.
Yeah.
The fuck are you laughing at, Jake?
Well, I'm glad we got that elevator thing ironed out. I'm glad we got that elevator thing. I'm glad we closed the door on that.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There
Sit
we
down.
go.
I was
It's
saying,
a
I'm
good
gonna
pun.
find it. I'm gonna find
There's
it.
a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's ups and
Hey.
downs.
There's levels to that type of conversation.
We got to move on though because it's starting to about be as boring as elevator music.
Well, seriously, we could get to new heights if we really try.
Okay, Jared. So pitch us the next segment idea.
All right, so the segment.
Let's hear your elevator pitch on the next segment idea.
you got
Jared.
1 minute.
You got me. It is something you're holding on to that might come in handy.
Okay, I'll start. You guys know this about me. Also, before I get into this, one, college educated. Somehow, I got a bachelor's degree. Some fucking guy, I don't know if it was on Patreon or whatever, it was a gal. She was like, I love watching I love listening to the podcasts and I laugh, but how are these guys college educated, and how are they not running You Betcha into the ground? I'm paraphrasing, but basically, like, these guys all have a college education. This is how fucking dumb they are.
I might add that the college I went to, USA Today, #1 college in the state.
And is that it?
I am highly.
Notice how he
college
didn't say
educated.
university.
It is a university though, University of Jamestown.
No, it's Jamestown College.
Not anymore. Not as of
Well-
2012. 2012.
Well, then there's no way. There's no way.
It's University of
Anyway,
Jamestown.
we're not getting into this. We're going to close the yearbook. Okay. So, where I'm going with this is something that I'm holding on to that might come in handy later, but most definitely won't, is all my old college textbooks.
Oh,
You didn't sell those
You
things?
have them?
I have a box with all of my old college textbooks, and I don't know why I'm keeping them.
Are you going to go back to school?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're
The
gonna
thing
be
is,
you're gonna
too,
be
about-
touching up on your exercise science.
It's so
Yeah. This would make sense if you were like a business major, but you weren't.
Not even. I was selling my books the second that
Yeah.
that shit opened up.
Me too.
For
Didn't you
some
guys
sort of
feel a
beer
little
money.
bit like, oh, I paid for this class and they wanted me to read this book. So part of this education is that I now know that this is the book I was supposed to read. So part of that degree is the textbook.
Not at all.
No.
No. Well, I didn't pay for anything for the ride.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I feel like a chump that I still own them.
That
And
is
I think
odd.
it might be too far gone to where they're not even using this book
I was going
anymore.
to say,
Because-
especially in a medical field like exercise science, that shit changes every 2 years.
Did you hear that? He said I'm in the medical field. I like that. It's a Bachelor of Science, actually.
Wow.
But also,
it's a bah.
you have commitment issues, and for you to commit
Yeah, what
to
the
keeping
hell?
these books,
Do you want?
Does not make any
do you wanna know
sense.
the truth?
yeah, please.
I just got done with the semester and I fucking launched him into a closet somewhere, and then I just never looked at him.
But you moved. You have moved.
Several
I know,
since.
but it's
So-
just in a box, and it's just like, oh, that's the box of stuff that I should probably go through that I'm just not going to at this moment. Next move, I'll go through that box.
I'm pretty sure I sold my books back to the school before the semester was
but
even done.
you know why? But you know why I didn't do that? Because they fucking rip you
they
off.
do.
They do. They do.
Let's say you bought it for $200. They buy it from you for like 25.
Yep,
Mhm.
they do.
And it was like, well, why would I get an extra $25 when I could just fuck you? No, I'm keeping this shit.
Or it's like bookstore credits you get for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what,
Oh,
I'm gonna-
thanks. Somebody get another fucking MSUM hat.
Yeah.
do you know what I mean though? It's like it's kind of like when if you go to GameStop with one of your old video games, they give you like $3 for it. You're like, well, I'll just keep it then. That's dumb.
yeah.
It's kind of
It's not taking up that much space.
Yeah. Plus, by the end, I was buying textbooks used on the cheap, so it wasn't even that bad, anyways. But it's definitely wearing a hole in my basement right now. This box of textbooks.
I think you should bring
And the reason why it's wearing a hole is just because it's like they're heavy.
hey, maybe these you kept them because they might come in handy one day. They could be great podcast ornaments to just sit on the table in front
Yeah,
of you.
coffee table book.
It's
Yeah.
actually not a bad idea. I would like to read up on some science of the exercise.
Yeah, maybe anatomical kinesiology. Yeah, nice light read. A lot of pictures.
love
Not
love a good
not
picture.
the body pictures you're thinking of,
Eighth
Ryan.
grade health class, page 97. I think. There were so many pictures drawn in there too.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Kids
kids, turn to page 97. Sir, my page is ripped out. Yeah, fuck. 96 and 97 are stuck together for me.
On page 1, it's like flip to page 97.
Yeah. Did you
Okay,
ever
what's in page 97? Oh, look.
did you ever get those things as you get your book in school and the first page is like go to page 75. Then you get to 75, it's like go to page 190.
Yeah, there was
And
a
then-
goosebump.
And then by the
book
end, it
like
was just
that.
like, hi.
Yeah, it's like something like you're dumb.
Now it's probably like, here's my snap.
Yeah. It's their drawn QR codes with pen.
Yeah.
They're just bored.
Oh, I know what I could do with my old college textbooks.
Shoot him. With your
Well,
Mossberg.
no, that's where I'm going to store my Mossberg.
Ooh, hollow out the inside.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I have always wanted to hollow out a book and put something in it.
That would be cool.
But I just don't have, I just don't have the time to hollow something out, nor the patience. And I don't think I necessarily have anything that cool to store.
Do you have a book thick enough? Like, how thick are these textbooks?
I mean, have you seen the size of my brain? There, I've read a lot of thick books.
You haven't read these. You said many times you haven't read them.
Hell yeah, Tyler.
I've paged through them.
Okay.
You've quit, like, what do they call it? Quick reading.
Skims.
Spark Notes.
Skim-
Yeah.
skimmed it.
You've
Yep.
skimmed them.
Like Bill Clinton said, he read like 1,000 books, and it's like he just skims them,
Speed
something
reading.
like that. I think it was,
Speed read.
one of the presidents. I don't know if it was
I think it
Bill
was Teddy
Clinton.
Roosevelt.
We could
Was
get you
it?
something.
Yeah.
We could get you something cool.
What is worthy of being stored in a book besides a gun?
A thumb drive with sensitive government information on
That
it.
would
Yeah.
be sick. Maybe the location of the National Treasure from the movie National Treasure.
Yeah.
The laminated map from the back,
Yeah.
of the Declaration of
Yeah,
Independence.
a photo on a thumb drive of the back of the laminated Declaration of Independence. Also, it's not a fucking jump drive, too, by the way.
Why
You
did
ever
that
heard people
yeah.
call them jump drives?
There's got to be
Yeah.
a reason for
There's
that.
jump drives, there's thumb drives, and there's a flash drive. It's not a jump drive. It's either a thumb drive or a flash drive.
So what's a jump drive?
The thumb drive.
It's a thumb drive, but some dickhead tried to make it cooler.
Because I call them jump drives. That's also circa day 2001 too.
Just everything happened in 2012. For
A lot
Ryan.
of
It is a
shit.
good catch-all year. It's like close enough to be like, oh yeah, that's probably around there, but vague enough to where it
Yeah.
doesn't matter if it was or not.
Yep, I know.
Yeah, it's a thumb drive or a flash drive.
I agree.
Yeah, it just doesn't need that many names, though. Can't we just call it a drive?
Call it USB drive.
Fucking A, you're right.
Yeah.
Is this thing got the most names in the world? I mean, this thing's got more nicknames than Babe Ruth.
Baby Ruth. I could go for a nice thumb drive right now.
I didn't pay you for that.
Hey.
I don't know why I just said that, but I did, and it's now out there.
I didn't know you're into that type of stimulation. Just a nice thumb drive.
Well, it's where you just keep your thumb on the steering wheel. And just
Oh,
go for a
yeah.
cruise. Yeah, that's what it was.
I drive like this too.
Drive nude.
Of course, I choose thumb too. There's 18 other names I could have picked. Flash drive. You can't make a sexual joke out of that.
You could. Flash drive? As
Oh,
you drive
yeah.
by?
Ooh, yeah.
We don't need to dive into that. We don't need to drive into that right now.
That would be bad.
Okay. Let's move on. What's something you guys are holding on to that
I'm holding on to every battery in my house. I just got like a whole drawer of loose batteries. I think at one point the battery thing spilled. I have no idea if they're good, no idea if they're bad, and I just keep testing them as they come.
question?
Answer.
How are you supposed to dispose of batteries?
I think you throw them away.
I think
No.
you're not supposed
You're
to
not
throw 'em
supposed to
away.
do that.
What are you
Tyler.
supposed to do
I know
with
the
them?
answer.
then?
I know that you're not supposed to put them in the dump, but I don't know what to do with them.
So what you're supposed to do is like have like a bucket of them and like take them to Interstate Battery and they'll dispose of them however way.
Oops.
I do have
Or
an
any battery
I do
shop.
have an IB right on my way to work.
Yeah.
So you're just raw dogging batteries too in the garbage?
Apparently.
Well, you put them in a bucket of some sort, like an ice cream bucket or whatever.
No, I'm talking about he's not
Oh,
doing
yeah,
that.
yeah.
He's just like his dog shit. He's raw dogging batteries in the garbage.
That must have been a lesson my dad never taught me. I just
So,
been tossing them bitches my whole
What
life.
happens? They bust open, chemicals bad for the environment, but isn't it just making because where it's going is the dump. We're not going to use the dump for like a neighborhood, so why do we?
Well, someday.
Is it rainwater runoff is what they're worried about or what?
Could be.
Well, I
Yeah.
think they could spark and start a fire if they're not disposed correctly.
So can they go into a burn pit? Can they be burned beforehand?
I don't know.
Isn't it kind of insane to think about the fact that we just as humans decided the best way to dispose of our waste is just pile it all up and fucking bury it?
Or put it in the ocean.
Yeah.
Haven't we shot some into space too?
Like we
Yeah.
put a man on the yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
We put a man on the moon in 1969 and our best solution for trash is just fucking bury it.
Best solution for shit, Tyler. Bury it. Great fertilizer.
Mm.
You can learn a lot from your crazy uncle Billy.
Yep.
He just buries stuff.
Well, don't some of them it's at a burn plant, but then they harvest the energy from the burning of it or some shit?
I don't know.
Possibly.
You ever been to the dump here in Fargo?
Yeah. They're not burning anything.
It's just a fucking pile.
It's just
Fucking
a dump.
seagull. It
It's just
actually,
I mean, we're talking. It's a dump.
This place is a dump.
I've actually
Great dad.
God,
joke.
it just smells like garbage out here.
I used to love goose hunting until I started driving by the dump every day to go to my old job. And now
And you see-
watching all the geese just eating out of the dump
Mhm.
grosses me out.
Thousands of geese in these
Yes.
piles of shit and garbage.
Yes.
You just see one with a diaper on its beak. And you're like, yeah, that's the stuff I'm shooting and eating.
Ugh.
God.
That's gross.
Circle of life.
It's all about dumps. Your dog takes a dump,
He does.
then you take it to the dump.
Mm-hmm.
Fitting.
What'd you say about
It
garbage?
was batteries. I just have so many loose batteries. Like I'm
Do you
not
though?
gonna go through and look through them.
Do you remember? Okay, I might unlock a memory here for you guys. Do you remember when they used to have the batteries that if you pushed your fingers on the two ends, it would show you
Oh, yeah.
how charged it was?
No.
I
No.
remember that.
Will you Google and show us so you can see the thing? It was but it was like you had to press pretty hard, didn't you?
Yeah.
Jared.
It was like an Energizer battery or something.
Yeah, it was
that.
like there was a little window on it, and if you pushed on either end, it would like light up.
Yeah.
Really?
What do I Google?
Energizer battery.
2-finger test.
I don't even know.
2-finger test.
Just
Finger
sensor.
sensor.
Jared, he's
Going good.
scrambling right now.
Just don't do finger sensor, finger test. Try test.
Oh yeah,
That's what I said.
Yeah, you used to literally like put your finger on there, and then it would tell you how charged or not it was.
What the hell?
I've never
You see
seen one
that?
of these in my
It says test.
entire life.
Me either.
Yeah, you have to press it. I remember you had to press it really, really hard.
I don't
Do they still make them?
know.
I don't think so.
Why would they get rid of technology like that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it would come up and it would say if it was good or not.
Mhm.
Are you
Just super vague, just good.
good or nah?
Throw away.
What were they called?
Power check. Duracell
Yeah.
power check.
Duracell. Are you guys loyal to?
So think of how nice that would be.
That would be super
if you
nice.
only had Duracell power checks,
Well, 'cause-
and then you could just sacrifice your thumbs for one day and just figure out which ones are good or not.
Well, I'm in peak battery season as a father with Christmas and then a recent birthday of a child. I have a bunch of new toys that need batteries, and they're just going through the will the battery turn on the toy check.
Sure, and maybe one of them works enough for a couple days, and the
Yep.
other one doesn't.
Hold on. These ones are the ones I had more of. You see that the one on the far right with the gold or the copper and it says 100% like the
Yep.
guy's hands? That's the one that I remember.
Mm.
I've never seen one of these in my entire life.
I really want those to come back.
I don't. Okay, here we go. The guy is going to show us how it works. You got to press pretty fucking hard.
Okay, I was gonna say he didn't press that.
All right, buddy, just do it.
Wow,
Oh, that's sick.
Look how white his finger is.
that
Yeah.
is kind of
From
cool.
he's
He was
literally
white
white
knuckle.
knuckling it. Go down to the comments. What do the comments say?
Comments turned off.
He's gonna,
It probably got a little nasty.
yeah, I got a lot of hate.
Either that or like people with like fingernail fetishes were just like, oh, fucking love when you press that battery.
Like, give me that thumb drive.
Yeah. Bet this guy's good at the old thumb drive. All right, do it one more time. Play it. There we go. Watch that shit shoot up.
It's not the only thing that I like watching shoot up.
Look at that.
That's kind of
About
satisfying.
half. It's about half staff. Wouldn't that
is
be
cool.
nice?
That would
Kinda
be very
satisfying.
nice.
So I just solved your problem.
You
Only buy those batteries
Okay.
from now on.
You guys loyal to any specific battery brand?
No.
Yeah, it's like what I've done is just bought the like Amazon ones,
Mhm.
and then like that they're not going to be as good,
But they're so
but you
much
bought
cheaper.
but you bought so many that you're just like I don't fucking care.
Yeah, you just cycle them in
per
and out
battery.
easy.
It is pennies on the dollar.
I'm also like you said, you're in a stage of life. I feel like where you're going through batteries left and right because
Mhm.
you got a kid with kid toys.
Mhm.
I'm not going through batteries at all.
Yeah. And I didn't realize this problem until recent months because up until then, he was on the pretty basic ass little kid toys. But now he's starting to get things that light up and talk to him. And I got to change batteries every 3 fucking days, it seems
Yeah.
like.
Oh, that should be the end of that toy's life. Be like, when it runs out of batteries, it's
Yeah.
done.
That actually is not
The
a
more
bad
annoying the
idea.
toy,
Yeah.
the quicker it dies.
They don't make batteries for this kind of toy anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
You can keep it. It just doesn't make noise anymore.
You can go to your best friend Grandpa's house and see if he's got
yeah.
any.
You see if Grandpa has some. He can fix it for
He's
you.
your best friend, isn't he?
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm not.
Go to your room.
You guys are such cute dads.
Thanks. I also have, for some reason, a bunch of fucking rope. No, I've had this same rope for years, and just genuinely every time I move houses or see it, it's like I better say that just in case.
But that's a very, very logical thing to just keep just in case.
Yeah, but I've had
You
it
should
for
tie
probably
that.
like 8 years now.
I know it doesn't matter though.
You
Might
should.
come in handy.
You know what you should do?
Might come in handy.
Yeah, I'm just saying this is the perfect example of it might come in handy.
Hey, you know what you should do? Take that rope, tie it to your garbage can at the end of the driveway. Tie the other end to the top of the garage door. So when you get home, you hit the garage door switch and it brings your garbage in for you.
Mm.
I don't think you did the math correctly on the physics and the.
I'll try it. Let you know how it goes.
How short do you think his driveway is? Literally like 8 feet
I
long.
mean, his house is sub S2000 SQFT.
Yeah, true.
His house is sub 2K SQFT.
Yeah, the driveway is not that big.
It's about, I would say, probably 12 yards from road to garage door.
First down and change.
Yeah.
That was such a good idea, and then you've had worse ideas and been like, "This is awesome." I thought for sure that was going to be a good idea. It wasn't.
Just do the math. You
There's
tie
no time to do math when you're
like a
thinking as
garage
quick
door.
as me.
We're gonna give you a generous 8 feet high. I don't even think they're that high. Around 8 feet, and it moves from the front of the garage all the way open. That means that garbage can is gonna move 8 feet closer to the front door. And if he's got a 12-yard driveway, 12 times 3 is 36. So that means that you're still 28 feet away from being in the garage.
Momentum, though.
It's on wheels. It'll roll after
Yeah.
that.
My driveway's pitched the wrong way. It goes towards the garage.
Momentum.
It actually, they would pull it up just to where it's just on the angled part of the driveway, and then it would stop and it would roll further out into the street than it would. It's actually counterintuitive.
Yeah, come on, Ryan. Jesus.
I could rig up the rope somehow to the garage door motor.
That's what I was just going to say.
That is a better idea.
That's what I
Still-
meant right away.
okay.
Still not gonna get it done.
Couple holes.
Hey, you'll find it. Just keep workshopping it.
But the whole remember the driveway bit that we talked about?
Heating the
heating
driveway by
driveway.
just leaving our doors open or the neighborhood.
Setting up 3 industrial fans to blow the snow before it hits the ground is a much better idea than moving a garbage can 8 feet closer to the garage.
We can workshop it.
I know. That's why I said you'll find it.
This
that
entire
wasn't it.
It's better than airmail, Ryan.
Oh,
Yeah. At least it does something productive by
Yeah,
moving it at
it's-
least a little
it's
closer.
probably like 3 less steps.
well, mail's
Yeah.
important. So
Anyways,
we're not gonna fight.
we're not fighting on this podcast, nor disagreeing or arguing. Go ahead.
One thing I got laying around, and this was actually left by the previous owner of my sub 2K SQFT house.
Do you feel like your like purchase was a little bit better because they left some extra stuff or not?
Yes, because, well, I don't know. We'll find out here in a second.
Okay.
I have a roll of chicken wire. That is, it's typically used for the garden, but I
Yeah.
also don't have rabbits in my backyard.
But here's the thing. Nice to have because I'm not going like, hey honey, oh, another Saturday. Headed to Fleet Farm, going to get some chicken wire. But if I had chicken wire laying around, I would find something to use it for.
Ryan,
And that's the position I'm in right now. I probably have like 18 feet of it, and it's just sitting there. But I'm not gonna get rid of it because the slim chance that I do need to keep the rabbies out.
Well, what if
well,
just
you
said-
have a garden. It's good for tomatoes. Vines will grow right up that stuff.
No, they left the tomato those deals with like
Oh.
the circles
Yeah,
going
yeah,
around.
yeah,
and
yep.
deal. They left those too.
You got an absolute steal of a
I
deal
know.
on this house.
Actually, I do it. They did leave a shed.
did they leave the deck as well?
They left the deck, they left the patio, and the shed. Same siding as a house, perfect match. They left that too. So if you factor in the shed to the total SQFT of my house, it's over 2K.
It's what is the opposite of sub?
Above.
Yeah, it's above. Like if you're saying you're subpar in golf, you'd say you're above par in golf.
So I've been lying this whole time.
I knew you were a liar. So what are you gonna use the chicken wire for?
I don't know. I might grow some grapes. Grapevine.
What are you actually gonna use it
Hops
for? That was a Tyler moment for you.
Hey, here you go.
I'm not growing grapes. I'll be honest.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Kids getting older, you could like fence in like a sandbox under your desk. I've seen people do that, or under your deck. Sorry.
Yeah. Or maybe if I have a litter of puppies one day, I could just fence them in that way.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of off the table, but not completely.
You could do a decorative piece of art. Just cut like 4-foot section off. You put it on the wall, and then your Meg can like pin photos on it and stuff.
Not bad
Because
idea.
you guys got the farmhouse look in some spots of your house. Don't
Some
you?
spots, yeah.
Yeah.
Depends
you
on
could
where
do
you
something
walk.
interesting with that.
Boom,
I'm bringing it to the. I'm
farmhouse.
not leaving it for the next tenant either.
But
I'm gonna
it
bring
could
that with
be a
me.
good pay it forward thing. Like everyone that gets that house, you drive by every like 6 months, see if they're using it.
It's like the deal breaker in buying the house. Like, I'll leave the chicken wire for fuck's sake.
Yeah, they're right. They're
Will
on
you
the
sign
fence.
the papers. They're
It's
right
like-
on the chicken
it's
wire.
like on Napoleon Dynamite when he's buying she's buying the Tupperware and he's got the big model ship or whatever,
yeah.
and she's like, I want that. I want that.
I want that ship.
I want that chicken wire.
Yeah. So it's gonna come in handy.
Would you
one day.
leave the chicken wire if it was deal or no deal?
100%.
You would leave it?
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like you're that attached to it.
Not yet, anyway.
What are you, a chicken?
Nice one, Jared.
Yeah,
no,
it
not
could be a
yet.
good playpen for your kid.
I'm
That's
also.
basically what Tyler said.
Yeah.
Yeah, just fucking cage him in underneath.
No,
the
they
deck.
genuinely do that. Like on the bottom of deck, they'll put the chicken wire on all 4 posts of the deck.
I thought it was like that, like crisscross, like white,
Applesauce.
like vinyl.
Either one. I've seen this.
Hmm.
Or
I'm
they'll
not-
do
I-
like screen door material, like the screen from a screen door.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't have enough screen doors laying around for that.
Yeah. It's too bad they didn't
But-
leave you a roll of screen.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's what I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but maybe one day I will.
Okay.
Jared, you got anything?
Yeah. I always keep around like those like Apple iPhone boxes because like
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, I'll
that's a
put-
classic.
I'll put some like trinkets in here or something, but like
Yeah.
I haven't come across a trinket that I'm gonna put in.
Oh, you're
there.
talking about like the actual box. I thought you were talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the power block for the charger.
No, yeah,
No, the iPhone box.
like the
Yeah.
cardboard box thing.
It's
Yeah.
not even cardboard either. That's
because
like
it slides on and off so nicely
Mm-hmm.
that you're like, fuck, this could be like something cool.
Mm-hmm.
well, I mean, probably half the prices.
You should put all of like Finn Diesel's artwork and stuff when he goes to school.
That's a good
I
idea.
can't do the
Yeah.
fish, funny fish talk.
That was
We talked
I'm
about that
with you,
Patreon
too.
when you were gone, and I had to divert the conversation.
Why?
you?
Why don't you
That's
care?
what happened while I was gone. You guys talked about it. Fucking
Tyler
fish.
asked Jared how Finn was doing. He's like, yeah, he likes
The
to
people want to know.
Watch, he likes
the
to watch.
classic
patrons.
default Tyler.
Said he likes to watch TV. I'm like, no, he doesn't.
Why don't you care about Jared's child?
Okay, hey,
Because he's a fish.
hey,
You can buy another one at the fish store for 15 cents.
Yeah,
You
I'll
can't.
just
You
walk to
can't
the
buy
fish
another
store.
Finn Diesel.
Right.
There's one.
me and you here. It's okay for you to admit that it was pretty terrible without me here.
Well, I had to just drive the entire.
Oh
I had
my
to.
god!
I had to thumb drive the entire conversation.
You were sitting on your hand a little bit.
I know because we were talking about fish. I'm a dog guy, you know that, not a fish
Yep.
guy.
You are
Yeah.
a dog.
Finn to Jared is what Birdie is to you.
He's not though.
Uh-huh.
That's another lie.
A
Tom.
It
dog is completely different than a
You can
fish.
Not
Train
to
a dog.
Jared.
Yeah.
Jared, what is the relationship there?
With my fish,
Yes,
I feed them pretty much every day.
I would
Pretty
hope so.
much,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah.
But that's to the extent, though, right?
Yeah, and I bump on the glass every day.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, give him a little boop.
You don't have to let him out to shit though, like 3-4 times a day.
No, he
right?
does that in the water.
Correct.
Don't shit
That's
where
what I'm
you
saying.
swim.
That's what I'm saying. That the maintenance there is just like it's
Yeah, less maintenance leaves more time for bonding.
okay. We got to move on. I can't with this fish talk.
You fell
You
into
fucking
it.
Yeah.
did it.
God, you got anything else that you got laying around?
Yeah, fishing rod.
I got a new fillet knife for
That would be
Christmas.
fucking
Bobby
great.
knife.
Jared invites us over for dinner, and we bring our ice fishing rods and go fishing in his thing.
Bring a little
You got any-
puck of wax worms.
You know, we're like, hey, you got any hot dogs in the fridge? You start ripping those up.
Oh, you just yell, stop.
How mortified would you be if you went to the bathroom, you came back, and me and Ryan had caught your goldfish?
Oh, I'd kick you guys out.
But like,
I kind of
would you actually, or at least would you be like, okay, that's
Well, I think if you guys brought fishing rods to the door, that'd probably give it away.
well, no, we would conceal them. So
we're just gonna put a new line on him. It's a good time to do that with friends.
Dinner
Fuck,
party at a friend's house.
Just
Hold
try.
on, hold this once quick. You're reeling it up.
Yeah,
It's like on
hold
Dumb
it
and
tight.
Dumber when he tries to save time by shaving at her house. You know?
You guys keep asking about seafood.
I do roll my own sushi every once in a while. That's a complete.
Here's what we'll do.
That's not a lie.
Here's what we'll do. We'll go to Jared's. We'll bring our ice fishing rods. We'll catch Finn. We'll roll him up into some sushi.
I'll bring some seaweed.
I don't think you can catch him. He's a fast swimmer.
Well, I don't think you understand
it's
how
the food.
fishing
It's the
goes.
food, though, Jared.
It's not. We're not catch. We're
He's not catching
We're
we're
not
him.
swimming
literally.
after
We
him.
literally will bait him onto a hook. He's dumb as fuck. He'll just bite a sharp object.
You gotta start showing him like underwater fishing videos. Like he's gotta watch film to get ready for this.
I'll swivel the TV for Finn.
See, I can't.
It would be kind of electric television if me and Ryan each got 3 minutes to attempt to catch your goldfish.
Beta fish.
They make like trout hooks or like the fly fishing hooks. Those are pretty fucking small too.
It might be what we're gonna go with.
I could
3
bring him
minutes. If we can in 3 minutes, then he lives. But if he doesn't, down the fucking hatch.
Kind of like Russian roulette, yeah.
in. I could bring him in.
No, Jared, don't do this.
I don't think they'll catch him though. In 3 minutes.
Oh, you don't?
Okay. Let's fucking go.
Don't let them bait you into letting them
Yeah.
kill your pet.
Yeah, I'll bring the old Garmin Live Scope. we'll get a beat on him real quick.
put him
Bring
in
a
the-
Vexlar.
Hey,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can even make it harder. We'll put him in the tub.
There we go.
But my tank is so vertical and narrow, I don't think you guys can get him.
I don't
It's
think,
even better
I don't think
because-
you've seen us jig before.
They're gonna end up doing this and just like snagging your goldfish and killing it.
Beta fish.
Yeah.
beta
Sorry.
fish.
You tell me. Okay, here we go. That's how we're ending this podcast. Jared, you fucking tell me how this is gonna go. You got two fucking alpha humans walking into a room with fishing rods. You think a beta fish is going to handle these two alphas?
I think
Not a fucking chance.
I mean,
I think it'd take more than 3 minutes.
there's
Well, it's 6 minutes total.
Oh, okay.
We each get 3.
I thought you guys had the hooks in the same time.
Well, then he's really screwed.
then we'll just snag him.
I mean, we're trying to at least make it fair for old beta.
Old Finn.
I mean, there's alpha, there's beta. It's never changed once.
You guys are forgetting his name is Finn Diesel, and his family will be in the other room. He's
That's
not
true.
getting tricked.
That is the only redeeming thing about this fish.
It could be called alphas versus beta.
Yeah.
And then no one gets the title until the competition's
hey,
over.
Let's make it a pay-per-view event. Hype it up. Do a fucking stare off.
Yeah.
Weigh in.
I'll be the co-main. You be the main. I'll be co-main. Then we'll sprinkle in Jake. You can try.
Holiday gas stations. Don't pass gas. Turn on in and go to the blue neon light. Ryan, how do you think Tyler's Holly 31's going?
Not good.
Not good at all.
It's going great.
How many times have you eaten it?
I think I'm at 9 now.
That is,
I don't know.
we got to cook this guy up to a lie detector.
Wait, it was just 2 last week.
I don't know. It's 7 days later,
See?
Ryan.
See?
You didn't have it yesterday, though.
Yeah, I did.
What'd you have?
I had the tortilla wrapped square looking ass
That's the
thing.
first thing that he thought of. Look at him.
Yeah. I guess you guys will never
How
know.
much was it?
It's like $2.87.
I don't think.
I think it's a little
I think it's a
cheaper.
little
than
cheaper.
that,
No,
actually.
that's what it is. Look
Weird.
it up in a book.
Hopefully someone else is doing the Holly 31 because Tyler definitely isn't.
Mhm.
No, we gotta get more people on board.
I know. Are you like upset that you're not keeping your New Year's
No,
resolution?
I'm keeping
or-
it just fine.
Okay.
Huh.
What now that you're spending so much time at holiday every single day, probably a little bit more than usual.
Mm-hmm.
What's something new that you've seen and found there?
Something new that I've seen and found. The Purple Thunder is fully stocked
That's
at the
not
moment.
new.
He didn't have an
He
answer.
didn't have an answer.
I don't think there's anything new. I just go straight to the breakfast and then I check out.
What about their coffee?
I do like their coffee.
I gotta, Jared. I'm a thermos guy. I gotta start filling my thermos up at
Mhm.
holiday on the way to work.
Thermi. They need an
Mhm.
option on the touchscreen.
Yeah, they
Thermi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to an extender so you can get the whole thermos
Yeah,
up
it's just
underneath
like-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you just take the bottom tray out.
Yeah.
And throw it right underneath.
Or you just angle it, guys.
I'm
I
a
don't
big
know.
Colombian coffee guy at Holly.
I like the Colombian. I like the Arabica beans or whatever.
I like-
That's good.
I like
the
the-
breakfast blend's good.
I like the Rainforest medium blend.
Yep, that's a good one, Tyler.
Hazelnut.
I think that's all of their blends. So we love them all,
And we don't
So-
like decaf.
guys. Yeah. Sorry, holiday, but we're not pushing the decaf.
yeah.
No, God, no.
That's where we crossed. Hey, holiday, you ask us to talk about decaf. That's where we shut it down. Okay?
No.
Caffeinated
No.
bevies only. Go to Holiday gas station, get your caffeine bevies. Anyways, well, I think that was good, guys.
Gotta
Yeah.
stop.
I mean, we had some ups, we had some downs, and ultimately, no matter how this goes down, you want to go eat some fucking beta fish after this, Ryan?
I eat all the betas I see. Pussies.
Is that the beta you're eating, or I'm confused?
Yeah.
Sometimes it started sentence.
That was very confusing.
No, there was a comma there.
I do want to say before we leave, I did catch Ryan in a lie by him saying that he was going to grow some grapes. And then he
No, I admitted it.
He
I
immediately
outright
admitted, yeah, I'm
admitted it.
not
Yeah.
going to do that.
Yeah.
So
He owned up to it.
Yeah, because you asked what I was going to do with it. I have no plans, but for
Sometimes
the
you
sake
just
of the
say
filler,
stuff.
yeah.
You'll
sometimes
have
it-
something. Something will come up and you'll need it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Kids, dogs.
So guys, don't throw away all that junk you got. Someday you may be walking to your kitchen, you stub your toe on the corner, and you got to open up your old exercise science book to figure out which bone you fucked up,
Or how to tape it correctly.
or how to tape it correctly, or
Create a leg sling with some rope.
yeah,
Mm.
guys, I'm trying to include your guys in now. or you might need some extra batteries. Anyways,
I included mine in with the rope already.
yeah, I
Nice,
suppose. All right, guys. As always, go follow us on Patreon. Extra episode every week there.
Yep.
Last week's episode I thought was pretty good.
I like that.
I don't want to say necessarily definitively, but there were murmurs that it was our best Patreon episode ever.
I did hear those murmurs as
But
well.
there was
Really?
some murmurs.
Mhm.
Let's go.
And all I got to say is MJ is back. So go to patreon.com/YouBetchaRadio. Check it out, guys. Thanks for tuning into another episode of You Betcha Radio. May your fish be sushi and your chickens may be cooped. Cheers, Ryan.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.